In this tutorial, we will learn how to use Motion Controller version 2 for modeling a gripper. Hello, hope you're doing great. Reza here. I have imported this 3D file belonging to a two-finger gripper. You can use any model on your side. Then I go to Modeling tab to start the work. So if I click on the component, right-click, Tools, and explode this geometry, I can separately select the fingers, hold down Control, and use these two parts to make a link. Extract link, and the second finger, I will also select this little part inside, right-click, extract. The first one has a joint, and I click on this plus sign on the right side, and I will use the prismatic one. There is also a revolute, but here these are prismatic joints. And when I click on prismatic on the right side, I don't want to put any offset. I want to select the controller, but there is nothing. So I need to bring in the motion controller behavior. So let's go to behaviors and select the motion controller behavior from the motion group. And then I'm going to create a driver called joint 1. I won't make a joint 2 in this case because joint 2 will be here the follower of the joint 1 for the second finger. So click on first joint, minimum limit, I will put it 0, max limit. Let me make a measurement from here to here. That's like 40 millimeters. So I'm gonna put click on joint 1 and put this value to be 30. Then when I go to the prismatic joint, controller, motion controller, driver is joint 1. For the link 2, joints, also a prismatic one, click on it, come to the right side, controller, motion controller. Sorry, the value source actually is from driver, but I don't want to use the joint 1 value. I want to use the negative side of joint 1. So select here from expression, driver J1, and here type J1 as the value it will use. So I'm not putting here minus J1. Why? Because this joint actually, let me just go to the interact mode, see what's happening here. So now you see both joints are going up. J1 goes up, and the second finger follows J1, which means both are going up. What I'm going to do is to select the prismatic joint from the finger 1 or the joint 1, and I want to first press the reset, then make the direction of this finger to be to the right side, then select the other finger, make the direction to be the left side. Now if I go to the interact mode, you see that both fingers are moving how they should. I want to attach this to a robot, so I need an interface, a one-to-one interface, and add a new section, the frame, make a new one. This could have a proper name, so I'm going to select the frame from the left side that is just created now. Origin. This will be the origin of the gripper. And if I click on move, you see that's where origin is at the moment. If it's not there, please move it using the move tool over here whilst the component is selected to the right location. Now, let's go back to one-to-one interface. One thing was that I had to select first the finger itself, the main component, and then create the behavior. So now the behavior is under the link 1. I can just drag and drop it to these behaviors over here. Now it's same hierarchy as the motion controller. And then select the one-to-one interface. Origin is now selected here. Add a new field named hierarchy. So we can add this finger value as a child of the robot. I turn off this parent, select the frame to be origin, and then add another field because I want to see this joint value in the motion controller as well under the robot. So what do I mean? First of all, go to Home tab, then use an articulated robot that supports the new motion controller. And then what I'm going to do is to select PNP mode and attach this gripper onto the robot. And go to Program tab. Select the robot. You can already see that when I zoom over here, this gripper has the joint exported. When I have the tool 1 selected, I can click on the gear button and bring this point here to the middle of the gripper. And that will be our tool 1. What I'm going to do is to select this first point-to-point motion. Then let's go to jog mode actually. Jog the robot to the right side. Another point-to-point. And then I would go to Object, go forward, make a linear movement. What I could do here, I could select a joint statement. And here, if you see the right side, there are the internal joints of the robot. I could delete all those, and there is here the joint exported joint value, joint 1, and the value is 0. I can set it to 30, which is fully open. So now I press reset and slow down the simulation. My simulation here is on virtual time. Yours might be on real time, but slow it down. Robot comes here, goes to the point, and it opens up. Of course, what I can do is to copy paste this, paste it, make this joint value to be 0, and then copy this point and paste it. And the robot goes back to the last point. But of course, what you can do is at the same time, while this movement is happening, this linear movement, you can also change the value to 30. So it will close, and then while going back, it will open up. Let's have a look. Go down, open, and then close again, and then go back and open up at the same time. Okay, so it did not because this linear point was exactly the same location. Here I could do, for example, I could delete this one, copy this one and paste. And this one I could set to 30. Open, then close, then while going back, open. So this was the quick intro in how to model a gripper using the version 2 of the motion controller. Go try it on your side. Have fun simulating, and bye for now.